being here. We're pleased to have Jack McClure with us tonight for our invocation. We do thank you for coming. So if we could all rise for our invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you, Lord, for the many things that you have done for us here in Lebanon. We ask you to bless all the council and all of our leaders here in Lebanon that are taking over and doing things that need to be done. We thank you, Lord, and ask for your blessings on each and every one. Let it just trickle down from the head of the family all the way to the tail of the family. We thank you, and we ask that you will always lead and guide so that everything will be done in a most precious way, the way that you would want it to be done. We thank you, Lord, for these and all blessings in your darling Son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're down to item 4, head of the business not on the agenda. Does anyone have anything they need to add to the agenda?
Mayor, I was going to ask if you would move the roll-off truck RFP bid opening from my report to new business.
Roll off truck bids to new business. Okay. Anything else from anyone? Is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved, Mayor.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We've received the minutes from the August 11th regular council meeting and the August 21st call meeting. The minutes, have everyone had a chance to review those?
I'll make a motion we approve the 8/11 and the 8/21 minutes.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We have an addition here for our accounts payable that we received in our agenda packet. Anything else, Drew, that's come in?
No, sir.
You need? Anyone had a chance to review those?
Mayor, the team keeper that's on the preliminary deed report, that is the new clockwise. Is probably what you all remember that from the new name is the team keeper now.
Clockwise, okay. So what you knew it is?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Gilman, you have any questions?
I do not, Mayor, and I'll move to approve the August accounts payable along with the AP preliminary report B as presented.
Have a motion, is there a second?
I'll second, Mayor.
Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. See, Ms. Diane, did you have a question?
Yes, sir.
George Jesse. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You're up. We're in public requests.
All right, thank you. Pardon my dress, I came out to play pickleball, but I came out to be an advocate for pickleball. I'll be very brief. I'll speak fast, you listen fast. Thank you for the pickleball courts, we appreciate it. They're beautifully situated, they're tastefully done, and the workmanship there by Robert's been very commendable. So thank you for those. understand that you're considering maybe adding some more. And since pickleball is a new sport, I've been playing for 3 years. I was 61 when I first, believe it or not, when I first found pickleball 3 years ago. I've lost 20 pounds. 3 years ago, I couldn't go up the steps without my knees bothering me. I spent 35 years in the power plant working for ADP. And I can pretty much run now. So it's been a very healthy thing for me. Let me just give you some things, and you're welcome to fact check me. I got these, some of these came from AI, some from just regular websites. It's the #1 growing sport in the world. Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America, according to the SFIA, which is the Sports and Fitness Industry Association. Participation has surged with nearly 20 million Americans playing in 2024. I think it's up to about 25 million in 25. Pickleball play has expanded 151% in 1 year. It's the fastest growing sport in America. It surpassed golf for weekend play and is projected to surpass golf completely in 5 years because of its affordability and because of its availability now. According to Bloomberg reports, companies are ditching golf for pickleball for business meetings. That's where this thing is going. It has surpassed tennis. Here's an AI answer to tell you where I got this. Yes, pickleball has surpassed tennis in noticeable metric. In July of 23, the number of participants playing pickleball in a single month exceeded the number playing tennis for the first time, a trend observed in the Apple Heart and Movement study. This shift reflects pickleball's significant growth, driven by its accessibility, its social community aspects, and consistency. Is America healthier by playing pickleball? The answer is yes. Cardiovascular, mental health, social connection, cognitive benefits include hand-eye coordination, obviously. Is it a high school sport? I mean, you're probably going like me I was a tennis player, okay? So Lisa's swimming at this Coon Center, and I'm walking the track above the gym. And this guy I worked with, Palmer Dawson, hollered at me, he says, come on down and play this game. And I'm like, I'm a tennis player. I stopped playing with plastic balls when I was 18. And he, oh, come on down. And from the first time I got a paddle in my hand, I was hooked. So it's already a high school sport. Yes, it's rapidly growing in college. It will not make the 2028 Olympics, but it will probably make the 2032 Olympics, and for sure the 2036 Olympics. In my observation, I've never seen a sport grow so many families together. Young people out playing who were normally video gamers and YouTubers are now out. All you got to do is observe these 3 small courts over here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm sure you're aware of that. If you look around, there's tournaments every weekend. If you know anything about tennis, Hilton Head was the tennis capital of the world. Hilton Head is now removing tennis courts to put in pickleball courts. That's where it's going. If you look around Russell County, tennis courts are depleted. What are we doing? We're switching them either to pickleball or we're developing it. And that's what Abington's doing. Any municipality that's looking forward sees the advantages of this sport. I play in Johnson City 3 times a week as an advanced player. I know you don't want to hear this, but here's the truth. I buy gas in Abington because it's on the way. I don't double back to Lebanon. I live just outside of town on Pioneer Drive. So I buy my gas there, I eat there, you know, and on the opposite hand, there's a couple from Belfast that's playing here, and they're like, we need more courts. And the people realize that when we come to Lebanon from Belfast, we buy gas and we eat pizza when we come. So there's benefits. To refer to a local example, there was no room on the courts last night. The courts were all full. There's a waiting, always waiting. To close what I'm saying, I've probably been over 3 minutes, but this sport is not a fad. It's not a craze. It's not just the latest thing that's going to go away. I can tell you from a personal example, I played in Marion, Abingdon, Johnson City, Asheville. I played this morning at Bays Mountain Park. The Eastman has put 2 new courts in Bays Mountain, 8 new courts in Kingsport. They're going up in Church Hill, Jonesboro. The courts where I play in Johnson City, there are 12 courts. They're constantly full with people waiting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that I'm there. So all I'm saying is I know there's been some talk about some new courts, and with the availability and the location and the usage of the courts that you've already seen, I just came to be an advocate for that.
Very good. We thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Good information. Thank you.
I'll excuse myself if you don't mind.
You're good. That's fine. Thank you. Okay, we're now down to new business. Miss Deanna called me, when did you call me? A week or so ago. And her term is up on the Russell County IDA as one of the town reps. And she's chosen not to be reappointed, I guess, is that the right word? So that's why we have this on the agenda. We need to appoint a representative from the town. We have to send that to the board of supervisors. Those appointments come up at the October board of supervisors meeting. So with that said, again, Deanna, thank you. I've served with you for 4 years. Been very good, very active, proactive, and thank you for your service.
Okay. The reason I'm not going back or do not want to be reappointed, I feel like someone else needs that opportunity from the town to do that. I've loved it. It's been very informative, and you don't know what they do because it's all just about secret. But they're working very hard, and it'll be seen, and it's seen every day, I'm sure. So.
Thank you, Deanna. So with that said, we need a nomination to replace Ms. Jackson's her appointment recommendation.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to
Nominate.
Scott Gilmer.
Have a motion to nominate Scott Gilmer.
I want to thank Deanna for her service.
Absolutely. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
Any further discussion or at this point?
No, I would like to thank Ms. Deanna for your service and taking care of that for us as a town. I think we've made some changes here as a group, and we're a lot more informed than what we have been in the past, and I just commend you for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
I'll abstain, Mayor.
Okay. Mr. Short, tomorrow, can you send a letter to Alonzo, council's recommendation?
Yes, sir.
They meet the first Monday, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll be, we need to give it to him, their agenda week is the week before that, like ours. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have bid openings for roll-off truck. Let's see, you ready, Miss Diane?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Diane. Can't help it. Okay. First company is Thompson Truck Group. total bid, including chassis and the body, is $243,600.
Are these two identical trucks?
They were advertised as equivalent, or actually same truck, or equivalent to what they had proposed, nationwide had proposed, or worldwide proposed, sorry.
Next one is worldwide equipment. Should look pretty good. See, the worldwide equipment bid is, you ready, Dave?
Yes, sir.
$241,271.39. Can you read those back to everybody, please?
Yes. Thompson Truck Group is $243,600, and Worldwide Equipment is $241,271.39.
Mayor, you mind if I read those?
Here, put that with worldwide. Let's see.
Mayor, can we table this until committee reports later to allow council member Kegley and Leonard to review these specs? And I do have a question. What was the total price, what was the buy-in price to the program?
The rotational program.
The rotate-
I don't think it was a buying price, I think it was just a percentage off that sale that they get at the auction. Whenever you sell the truck. Whenever you sell the truck.
So was the auction group willing to sell the truck if we, I mean, are we able to contract out with the auction group
Yeah, I think they're
separately?
partners with Worldwide, because it wasn't Worldwide that
Okay.
did it, it was J.M. Wood.
Okay.
Leonard, Elijah, how long would it take you all to review these bids to see if we're getting?
Well, do we even need to do that, Mayor, since the truck that was spec'd originally was the cheapest bid, correct?
Yeah.
So I guess they're familiar with,
You looked at the.
Say that, please, say that again now? What'd you just say?
What do you usually got in it?
The original truck we looked at last month.
Well, they got
For worldwide,
changes made. The original was
was the lowest bid.
first time, lower than these two.
no, it's just, I'm assuming it's,
415 to 505
It's the
horsepower.
lowest bid.
yeah, I don't know if it's the same truck, but it's the low,
Yeah.
group that presented.
Okay,
But then they've got over here 500 horsepower with an Allison RDS and Diamond Spicer rears, so I'm not sure. So one is an international, is that correct, Drew?
You haven't seen them.
So Worldwide Equipment Theirs is a Mac, looks like,
It's got Cummins in it.
doesn't state the brand engine, it states engine output, horsepower and torque, automated manual transmission, Mac e-driver equivalent, driveline, door reduction, tandem rear axles, capacities matching at least 46,000 pound, cooling, air intake, exhaust system, but it doesn't state Cummins, doesn't state Packard, doesn't state it. Mayor, I think it does need to be reviewed.
Do one then?
I believe it does need to be reviewed before we make a decision. Just to make sure we're, I mean, it can be equivalent, but I don't think we're complete apples to apples here.
No.
This is a 26 International HX 520 SFA. Worldwide's quoted a 2026 Mac.
So when we say continue, are you saying to the next meeting, or do you want to set a committee meeting for you and Leonard?
I think next meeting would be fine. I don't think we need to make a special meeting.
We good, Drew? Are we still operable and all that? We're not in the bind right now?
No, sir.
It's X-15.
Is the quotes only good for so long, Elijah stated on the?
30 days or how long? We have representatives from any of the bidding companies here. Do you know how long your bid's good for?
30 days, sir.
30? Okay.
Only issue is our next meeting is on the 14th, 13th.
Was this the original truck? Same spec?
Thompson.
Okay.
And if I could answer the question on the engine, it is the Cummins.
Yeah, that's what I just found is the X-15 Cummins. That's what I just told him. I would have to go back and look at what Worldwide, if they gave us a breakdown. You've actually given us a build sheet farther on in this packet, which I found, so I appreciate that. Drew, do we have a build sheet on that Mac from Worldwide?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, we did, last year's.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to reconvene.
Print two off for you.
So it's got a Cummins X-15, 500 horsepower linear with a Allison 4500 RDS transmission. Very well contained.
Gentlemen, you said you're with the Thompson Group, and yours is for 30 days, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your bid. Well, we'll have to adjourn to reconvene because the next meeting is the second Monday, that's the 13th. That's over 30 days. So what we probably need to do is, if Leonard and Elijah and Drew are willing to review these bids, and then we'll come back, we'll decide this evening when to adjourn to reconvene. Does that work?
Yes, sir.
Elijah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Can you make copies of those bids while we're in closed session, Diane, for us?
Did you get a card, Drew?
I did.
Okay. Do you mind if I call you if I have any questions?
Yes, or I do not mind.
Okay. No problem. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Appreciate you bidding on that.
Okay, we're now down to town manager's report. Mr. Short.
Thank you, Mayor. Items on the town manager report this month. You just go to the information packet. I think everything's pretty much in order as we go through here of the agenda. I just skipped that first page as far as the policies and procedures. That's a discussion for executive session.
Go to the information pack.
Yes, sir. And just skip that first page. And we'll start with the ASA flagpole project that we talked about and we looked at. We have some quotes there. I met, the mayor and I actually met with Nathan Brown to look at some rigging and see it done. We actually took the bucket truck up there and raised it 60 foot up to kind of see where that would be for a 60-foot flagpole. Nathan had talked like we needed a big one. I didn't think we did at the time until we got that up there. And once you've seen it up, it called for a larger pole. So on most of these quotes, we have 70 and 80 foot flag poles quoted with 15 by 25 flags and 20 by 30 American flags. The first quote is from Apex flagpoles. They're a total of $21,726. That's at the 80 foot pole and a 15 by 25 flag. This quote itself does have a security padlock on it, but it does not have the lighting brackets. I asked for all of them to have lighting brackets. This one did not have
So
lighting.
they fixed it and provided that.
I'm sorry.
This bid didn't.
This
provide
bid does
that.
not provide the lighting brackets, no sir. The next bid, it kind of itemizes each flagpole. 70 foot flagpole is $10,211, and 80 foot is $12,858. It does have the mounting hardware lights. It does have the wiring for those, and it does have frames. So the 80 foot pole with the lighting brackets, with the wiring and the frame, is $19,685. That's total. And if you flip over, you need to add on for the 15 by 25 flag is $676, or the 20 by 30 flag is $1,092. Obviously, we would have that tax or whatever that's on there. And talking to some of these flagpole companies would just give you obviously the price of the poles and the price of the flag and that sort of thing. Pierce Metals, they have priced us 80 foot poles, 60, 70, and 80 foot poles. The 80 foot poles, $14,300. Then you see the price for the flag, 15 by 25 is $650. They actually said that we fell in a high wind area and did not recommend a 20 by 30 flag for the 80 foot pole. But the engine, down at the bottom where I have charged $600 for a PE stamp and foundation calculation, that engineer would calculate what size flag would be best to fly up there once he was on site. We went
With that,
and this is, Pierce Metals is the sister company of Hatco.
are you comfortable with us pouring a foundation with the, with that information from
I'm
foundation design?
Yeah, once we get that foundation, that calculation, usually it's a foot per 10 foot is what they call for. I'm comfortable with the foundation, and us creating the foundation and creating the sleeve, but we would need installation. None of these have installation, but most of it are local crane companies at around $3,000, which you're going to look at for installation.
And does this include the brackets?
She says, if you look down there at that note, bullhorn brackets are no longer shown in the catalog, but they're still available, so it's going to be this week before she can get us a price for those brackets. And then there is one more at your stations that came in late today from Gates Flag and Banner Company. That first page that you see is for the 70 foot flagpole, 25 155. And then the second page has the 80-foot flagpole with a 20 by 30 flag at $34,529.20. I feel those two do include installation.
Yeah.
I would have to, where they got late, I didn't get hold of them, but it does say flagpole labor $2,900, so I'm assuming that's installation.
So the local company from Bristol was the cheapest quote, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Pearson Metals Incorporated at $14,300 for the pole, $650 for the 15 by 25 flag. And obviously, if the engineer says we can buy a bigger one, we can make the price of the 20 by 30.
Yeah.
Is that a 70-foot pole?
That is 80 foot,
Oh, but the local company's bid on 70.
11,200.
Did we agree 70 is enough?
So in between, yes.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
So you go in between, whichever one you want.
Thing about it is you take a 70-foot pole versus an 80-foot pole, according to what size flag you're gonna fly, but I would imagine that the town being as responsible as it is, if we knew tropical storm or hurricane was coming, we'd lower the flag anyway.
You ever tried to?
Due to customs and courtesies.
Yep.
I think our landscape architect recommended an 80-foot flag. Is that right, Mayor? Or did he say we go? I mean, his rendering was initially 80.
His initial.
Yeah, but he backed down to
Yeah,
70.
when we went up there and put the bucket truck up to 60, and got down to the bottom and looked, he thought 70 would go. I think he was still leaning toward 80, but I think 70 would go.
What's the difference between the two?
$3,000.
3,000?
You can hold that for, Kevin, you're down here, the attorney.
Are we going to construct the platform?
We will do the footer, yes.
Yeah, we're installing it.
It's basically, like I said, it's usually about, what most I've seen on them, usually talk about a foot per 10-foot of the pole, and it comes with a sleeve that you'll concrete down, and the pole goes into that sleeve.
And we'll light the flag.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yeah, that's what the bullhorn brackets will be
Okay.
for.
But we don't know how much they're.
We do not know from Pierce Metals what the bullhorn brackets are, so those will be, hopefully should get those this year, or this week. But it said the brackets are based on the ones used at the Food City stores.
Mayor, I think, I'll just open up discussion. I think this was, you had mentioned this project in respect to our country's 250th anniversary next year.
Yep.
And I think this would be an asset to our community and a reflection on our town's patriotism with the 250th anniversary coming up. So I'd like to move forward with it, whichever one you'd recommend, the 70 or the 80-foot pole.
Well, I like to deal with the local business, which luckily they're the low bid, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would, yeah, for 3,000 different, I say, different flags with, size for the 80-foot compared to the 70.
Well, that's the one, that's what your engineer would.
The engineer will decide that.
Yes, sir.
That's the big thing up on that hill. They'll tell us what we can do, won't they?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with the 80 on the local contract, on the local community company,
With 80,
with 80.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion, any second, is there further discussion?
So just for notice of the motion, it's for the total would be 14,900. It'd be 14,300 for the pole and then 600 for the engineering. And then we hold up on the flag until they tell us what size we can get.
Okay.
We also need,
Need to
That's
put-
right, I came up with 15,550,
Okay.
that's with the flag, so.
but we
You
don't know
got the name of the company?
But we don't know the
In
bullhorn
the
lighting
minutes.
equipment.
Correct.
Pierce
We don't know the brackets, what the brackets are.
So do we need to approve up to, say, 18,000?
I think you'll be able to, well, same project, but I think you could, Drew could take care of that. That's just my thought.
I don't think so.
No, they should be within his limits, should.
In his spending budget?
Yeah, within his, under 5, wouldn't you think, Drew?
Oh, yeah, it will.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Next item up is the UTV quotes that were requested. Those are the colored tabs there under the information tab. Massimo, Camco, Trailmaster, and John Deere. Uh, 4 labels. Each of those are broken down in, there's a couple models in each one, I think, other than one, and also the warranty information. And each of these do service their own equipment, so. Hopefully you got a chance to look at them this weekend. There's quite a bit of them in there.
I like the green one. It's on the count 11, like you got it right there.
Oh, that's.
And like I said, the warranty information is behind each thing there. John Deere is a 12-month warranty, bumper to bumper on everything except battery, belts, and tires.
That looks like one of them all.
Is this one of these? You might want to go over, I mean, how we got here. I assume this is to help us with all of our events.
So this is a UTV that we're looking at, dump bed, 2-seater with a dump bed to, hopefully park over here in the building, that improves Keith to build onto the pool, at the pool. This will help for our events, moving people around, employees using it, trash pickup, and also the baseball field, dragging the baseball field, doing labor at the baseball field. Biggest thing is, just for a parks and rec usage, riding around picking up trash, that sort of thing.
I'd like the council to consider a John Deere model. Well, the other ones look like to me, they look like they're,
Trails.
yeah, for trails and, wooded areas and so forth, and
Drew, there's 2 quotes in here for that John Deere Gator TX of 2026 model. One's for 10,372, the other one's for, well, I'm sorry, never mind.
Good with the HPX also, 15.
Yeah, it's got it was 12,188, they get an $1,800 discount, which brought us to 10,372.
And they can put a, I don't know what the cost would be, but they can put a roof on that also for it. It basically looks like a golf cart, roof on it.
That's the first one or second?
The second picture has a different roof on the 10,000, the TX, base model TX.
that was the second one,
Yes, sir.
the $10,000 one.
Yes, sir.
Is that the one you had? Kimco's the one you got. Yeah, here, that was Kimco. I think Leonard said he is,
That's the one I'm talking about, you can put a cab on it if you want to.
John Deere, I'll get them cab all around, put a roof on it.
let's see.
Scott, are you considering the first John Deere or the second John Deere?
I like them both.
Put a roof
I
on.
like them both.
Put a roof on that one.
I think we decided to get out of 2-seater because
That's a 2025 model.
Drew, do you have any recommendations on looking through these that you think?
I like both of the John Deere's that kind of resemble turf carts. The first and second John Deere, I think were my two picks. The HPX and the TX.
Do you think we need a 2 or 4 seat?
I think 2-seat would probably be best to get around it.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you're going to be turning tire on the ball field and that sort of. And now John Deere can also put turf tires on if you want that also.
So the HPX 615E John Deere Drew, which is the one with the roof on it, the first, that's a 2025 model, the TX is a 26, is that correct?
Looks that way, yes, sir. And John Deere, like I said, those are 12-month warranty bumper to bumper, except for batteries, belts, and tires. And they are, he possibly could have one over there. This is me tractor that I talked to, so he could possibly have one over there. If he didn't, that they would be in November.
Is the dump bed bigger on that second model than the first model? Drew, or just,
So these,
are they?
I pulled these pictures off of John Deere's website myself, TPX's, the quotes didn't come with the pictures on there, so. But I did type in everything that came on that quote for TPX and HPX. But I can't tell.
The HPX is 4-wheel drive, and the other one is 2-wheel drive. The HPX offers a larger cargo and towing capacity.
That's my question, is there a necessity for a 4-wheel drive?
I'd say the only reason for a four-wheel drive is if we ever got a blade on it to scrape the driveway or something. Scrape the parking lot, we scraped it already. There, guys, when we do snow removal. But if we wanted to scrape the track or scrape the parking lot or anything like that, it's the only thing I can think of. Not that it's dire need.
So the John Deere, the one you showed us, for the purposes you mentioned, does that, will that meet all the needs that you mentioned over here at this site?
I think the HPX and the TPX, either one.
Which cheap?
The TX is the cheaper.
People, they don't have a cab or anything else.
No cab.
Protection.
I think it's a good point about the 4-wheel drive too, about the,
It's got the cover on it already?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
as far as 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, got cheaper nowadays by 4-wheel drive than 2.
Yeah.
Got everything comes that way now.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to proceed with the first John Deere, which is the HPX 615E.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, Mr. Short.
What's that?
Next item is the 11 Manor sign that we discussed. Jerry's Signs has a quote for the 11 Manor sign of Nathan's rendering of $9,415. Vance Graphics out of County Mill. Just going to do a two single-sided signs at $4,900 each, which is a total of $9,800. And the sign shop has came back, said they would do it for $9,000. But that does not include, Jerry's Signs is the only one that includes the steel poles and the decorative timer and the paint. The other two are just the signs themselves.
And how much was it?
$9,415. The actual signs, $8,640. And it's $590 for the steel signs primed and painted, and $185 for the installation of the signs and poles. The other two are just the signs.
Sign list, yeah. That's both sides. Signs of Southwest, they're the ones that are doing it similar to our signs in town, correct? And they're local.
Yeah.
Am I right that the fence is $9,800 just for the two signs?
Correct, 4,900 each, 98 is the total.
That's not the poles and everything.
No, the price does not include install or any other materials. The only one that includes the poles and install is Jerry's.
Mayor, what was that point you made, Southwest?
So, Signs of Southwest Virginia, sign shop, yeah.
Did they rebid it, or
They call
They
it,
did
they
it
adjusted,
for $9,000.
yeah,
$9,000?
yeah,
Sign on it. Yes, sir.
front and both sides.
Is there a quote in here?
No, it just got to this Diane today.
So,
So basically for Jerry's signs versus, Vance is the highest bid, but then sign shop versus Jerry's, Jerry's is $415 more, but you're getting 2 decorative poles and installation.
What do they do in our town style? Jerry's.
They came and looked at the sign.
So if you add $590 and $185 to the other one, it's going to be more.
Correct. Jerry's sign only was $8,640.
We get the rest of it, right?
yeah, Vance Graphics does not include install or other materials or foundation work. Looks like it's single-sided, custom routed, custom painted, clear coat. Jerry's is 4x8 double carved or carved double-sided sign with high-density urethane. Steel sign poles, decorative toppers, prime painted. Installation of sign and poles, stone veneer around poles by others. So it would be,
Diane, did the original bid include any of what we're talking about? Did it include, do you remember if it included installation?
We just sent them the drawings that Nathan had and just asked for a bid for the sign only.
Oh, we asked, sign only, no.
What was their original bid? Was it 11 or 13?
It was 65 aside, I think, 65 or 60.
It's 13,000 something,
Yeah.
and they came off of it 4. See, it's good to do with your local people, man.
what they rebid it for?
Nine.
Why did they rebid it?
Last month, we just talked to see if we could call them, see if they come around any.
These were just quotes, not really bids, I think.
That's correct.
Right.
Kevin, were these your quotes? Is it unethical to ask the local sign shop of Southwest Virginia if they'll match the lowest quote? These are not sealed bids.
No. So I think how it originally, the sign shop, how it originally was, we just decided to move forward with it and get the contractors we got in the past, but then when it was that price, that's when we started getting more estimates.
Good, yeah.
Get more quotes.
Remember, it got high, so we said, try to get a lower price.
Yeah.
That's what we said, so.
So where does the sign shop compare to Jerry's?
$360 more,
The Jerry's?
and also doesn't include labor and everything else.
Will Keith need to set that anyway, Brad, or does anybody set it? Like where he's doing the stonework
I
and
think he
everything?
do the veneers around the
They'll
outside.
set the poles and he'll.
Okay.
So from what I
Keith did
understand,
one out there past the high school.
Didn't he set all our poles okay?
Twice.
Yeah,
Twice.
Yeah, that's right, the car ran through it one time.
Mayor, I'd like to move forward with, Signs of Southwest Virginia, is that correct? Sign Shop, Southwest Virginia, for up to $9,000.
Okay.
I would ask the town manager to try to negotiate that down to match the lowest quote that we have, in my motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion?
I do have a discussion. So Jerry Signs is cheaper by $300, is that correct? And that includes installation of the poles?
No, not counting
The
this.
sign itself is $300. Total is 400, Gary's is 415 more, including the labor and
Okay, so it's $360 cheaper on the sign
on the
itself.
sign itself, yes.
But they work at 11. That's, I guess, the balancing act there.
Yeah.
Inside the town limits?
Yes, they're in the industrial park.
Sounds good.
Any further discussion? Have a motion and a second, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay,
Almost done.
you're rolling there, Mr. Short.
The next pages you'll see are renderings done for the pickleball expansion that Nathan has done, that we had talked about. This includes 4 new pickleball courts and also a 20-foot sidewalk in between them with some plantings.
Agenda,
Yes, sir. Just keep flipping over a couple more past the
pass the bids.
past the manor sign. So this includes 4 new pickleball courts, added on the 3 we have with a 20-foot sidewalk in between for benches and shade, and also some live plantings there, so you can see those renderings that Nathan has done. Councilman Lambert asked me to put this, actually asked Nathan to put the renderings together, but also asked me to get a proposal on those. For the pickleball expansion, the 3 that we built kind of in-house, not the grade work and prep work that we did in-house, then the lighting, concrete work, fencing, and surfacing, was right around ballpark around $125,000 for those 3. So taking that, and adding 4 more with new lighting, you're looking at an estimated cost of probably around somewhere between $215,000 and $220,000. The exterior services that did the surfacing on the other 3 and are getting ready to do the tennis courts, they have gave us a turnkey price proposal. I asked them to do that just to get a closer ballpark figure. Their turnkey price is $203,457, but that does not include lighting.
Different company on the lighting.
This was, I just went off what we cost when we did that, Musco and Randy.
Muscat, yeah.
I went off what we have, and what that did was, we had, the 2 that are there now are $75,000.
So does this include the 20-foot sidewalk with the?
The turnkey does, the 203 does.
And the 16 steel benches and
No, not the benches, just the work.
I'm looking at these renderings, Drew.
Yes, sir.
On the printer edition side, so you come through the gate there, how much green space do we have left under this proposal? If we go with
So on
4 more,
on the printer side, so those 3 there that you see are the 3 original.
yeah.
So right where those 3 original are, that's
Yeah.
dead in line with those for the new 2 to go. All right.
But I'm asking how much green space will be left if we add those 4?
No, well, you look
Be a right of way.
down below, you got the track that's there, which is about 20 feet off of it. And then, so, not much at all.
Okay.
Your most green space left would be Estimating off of the footage here, you're probably gonna have about 25 foot to that fence, it looks like maybe.
About 40 feet from the gate to the fence. And then it'll be 150 foot long from the fence to the track.
Correct. Do we have any idea how much use we give at the tennis courts, other than the high school tennis team?
Tennis courts?
Tennis courts, Eastern.
Not that I know of, I mean, I'm not.
We do have a lot of tennis players.
We have, well, we have the high school tennis team.
Right.
There are still tennis players, but every night that these are full and everybody's waiting and getting frustrated,
They go up there.
that's where they go, which isn't ideal. And you also receive complaints about that. So,
From tennis players.
no, from not being able to play pickleball because these are so full.
Oh, yeah.
The nets are different, court dimensions are
Oh,
different.
yeah.
If you left this meeting right now here about 7:30, you'll see the walls are lined. That facility
Oh, here?
every night.
Oh, yeah, I've seen.
And unfortunately, I know because my 5 people are there every night. The dimensions here, the dimensions between the courts of the new portion are a little larger, and the portion from the fences to the courts are a little larger, just because that's not complaints, but just things that needed to have been done on the first one that wasn't, just improvements. And then one thing we won't have to pay for on the new courts, if we decide to move forward, we won't have to build a retaining wall. We'll be able to build up and build a new platform without a retaining wall. One thing the retaining wall does, it's wonderful, it's just a little bit too wide. People use it as a bench, then you have people playing, bumping into each other.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
And then I asked Drew too, one thing, if we did move forward, was to add a step up onto that concrete platform. Because right now it's a long step up and back down.
Currently.
Yes, that'd be a simple, that'd be easy to add a step to. And I think the benches that we've got, we could wait and do as a phase 2 if we didn't feel like going all the way. The first go around, I'm a firm believer in doing that the first time.
Is this us pulling those 4 pads?
Yeah, of the price Drew gave, $215 to $220, I think we could save. That includes, if I'm not wrong, Drew, that was the lights and everything.
That was lighting also.
I think we could do everything closer to 200 with us doing.
But that was, also when I did that 125, I didn't include the retaining wall.
Yeah.
So it's just the lights, concrete fence, and.
That's what, I think we could get 200 ballpark with us doing the majority of the work. And regardless if we move forward or not, everybody's very appreciative. We just have an opportunity, like George mentioned. You either go to Bristol, Johnson City and play on good courts, or you go to Bluefield and play on good courts. Why couldn't we be the epicenter of pickleball for our area? It's cliche, but if you build it, I assure you, I assure you.
Will this get us to the next budget, Drew? Hypothetically, let's just say we move forward with this. With the amount of work that's done and the time it took to build the original 3, will this get passed to July the 1st on everything being done?
I mean, you'll be spending money before July 1st, yeah, for sure.
It'll have to be on this budget.
All of it?
Well, I mean, you're talking about,
I hate for us to build to be 9 months building, if we're gonna do it.
you're talking about 9 months until July,
Okay. so
so it'll be unbudgeted. You have to do it out of capital outlay or savings.
There's no doubt it's a very popular. Mr. Jesse that addressed, he kind of addressed the question I had. People have asked, is this a pickleball, is this a passing fad sport? And he, according to what he told us, it's apparently becoming a leading sport. In other words, it'll continue to be used and grow. Is that the way you all took his comments, the information he had?
I also would foresee it being a high school sport,
Eventually, yeah,
probably in the very near future.
probably in the future, yeah.
Well, what he was talking about also being like a high school sport. So wouldn't the county at the schools be doing something?
And we host the tennis right now. I don't know if they would be on the schools or what. But no.
So if you were gonna, Drew, if you were gonna bid this out, so you're gonna come up with a new, we have this design, sent out, something similar to this, sent
I think if you move forward with it, I would like to at least, instead of bid it as a turnkey project, I would like to kind of do it as we did the last time. Did the concrete work, let's do the prep work, did the concrete work, and did the exterior, did the fencing, kind of separate.
You say, just, but when you say concrete work, are you talking about somebody else building the pads?
Yeah, last
Instead of
time,
us?
yeah, we did for the last ones. Harless concrete for the last ones. We did all the prep work and stone work and groundwork to be ready for it, tore the old pads out.
It's just a large pad for us to do.
Okay. Well, we have other questions from council members. Any other comments here?
So this price, if we did our own prep work, then we could save.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I think we did it ourselves, how we did it the last time, we were looking at, Brad said, thanks around 200, I was thinking, around 215, being conservative, 215 or 220. But that is including lights. The 203, if they have turnkeys, not including lights. I think that's where how they come in cheaper than that.
What's the figure you have including lights in your mind?
That was the 215 to 220.
215?
I'd like to move forward with at least obtaining estimates for it. Maybe no harm or foul in that.
Well, you talk about like this bidding it out, so what you
Yeah.
mean?
We've got our previous contractors, we could deal with them, we know who was cheaper with there.
Yeah, the exterior services, they're the ones that actually did the coverings, and they itemized their bid, so there's a bid for just the coverings in there, surface coverings.
What's the actual size of the ones you want to add? What kind of area will it take it over?
It's like about a
80 by 120.
80 by 120.
What are the ones that burn out? They're the same,
I think they're 100 by,
bigger,
100 by 40, no, smaller.
smaller?
We've got 3 and this is 4.
So if we, Drew, you're saying, or Brad's saying, if we bid it, we're gonna bid all elements, correct, Drew? Everything connected to it, so we know what we're looking at, all costs.
Right, I would just rather do it in different sections.
I understand
instead of a
that.
turnkey project.
I understand that.
Yes, sir.
So what you're doing, instead of contracting the work, we would be our own subcontractor. We would subcontract each entity to do the project on our schedule.
Which is basically what we did last time.
But I would like for them to bid, I would like for it to be bid as a turnkey as far as the plantings and the benches, if we're gonna go through the quote process. Now, it looks like it still gives access to that double swing gate, up top, that we use quite a bit for.
So what I asked Nathan to do is leave, we turned it that way so you could have lights on pruner, so you could get a bucket truck on pruner and work on the lights. You still have access through those gates to get to those lights. Or if we have electrical issues, you can get anything to there. And he also checked the bathrooms and the basketball court aren't blocked, if you have to get a truck through there.
What about utilities, Drew? Is there any utilities underneath that pad?
Will be the lights will just ran.
Just electrical, no water?
Water and sewer shouldn't be, no, it should be up close to the track. I'll double check. I think everything runs on this side. Only thing that might be getting on it, maybe that sidewalk, or possibly the water to the shelter, but we can look at it.
Okay, where we at? Are we gonna, yeah, we wanna, you mentioned bidding it or something?
Yes, so I'd like to put it in a motion to move forward, let Drew get prices for just the pickleball project.
Okay, we have a motion to obtain bids for the proposed pickleball project.
I'll second that.
And we have a second. Any further discussion? How long will it take you to get those, you reckon, Drew?
Around my next meeting,
Can you get them by October?
should be able to, yeah.
And we're also, the lights are coming tomorrow, Wednesday, sorry.
Wednesday and Thursday.
So Wednesday and Thursday,
Okay.
and I mean, winter's coming, so even if we started this project in spring, that may change our thought process too, of using this budget.
Yeah. Okay,
No rush, but rush.
let's find out, yeah, that's right. All right, we have a motion and a second regarding the bidding process for the proposed pickleball project. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay. Continue.
The last item I have is the Main Street lighting face from the town hall to the DMV that we looked at. After meeting with Jim and Nathan Brown, we looked at Jim's previous plan that he had quoted us. Jim had actually quoted, I don't know why, but Jim had previously quoted 11 poles with double fixtures on them instead of the single poles like we have in other sections of downtown.
Wait a minute, say that again, please.
So Jim's plan that he had originally, he gave us that quote on, has the 21 fixtures, or has the 21 light fixtures, but he proposed 11 poles with double fixtures on them instead of single pole fixtures. So it's not going to match up to what you have down here. It's a pole with 2 fixtures.
Do you have a picture of those by chance?
I don't have a picture of it, no. I can probably get one from him. But when we met, we got Nathan got him to get us a new price and draw up a new schematic of where those poles will need to be for single poles. So that would be adding 10 poles, so we'd be putting in 21 poles and 21 fixtures. And that changes that cost project to $485,855. We had originally budgeted $255 for that project. So if we're going to move forward with that project, we're going to need to bust that up into 2 fiscal years of under maintenance.
I think we've already talked about breaking that down.
Breaking the 255 up into 2
Just
fiscal
like we
years.
did the previous time, but I wasn't expecting almost doubling in price.
So are the,
And this, actually, this is a new, been checking in with Jim on this from last week to this week. This has actually gone down 30,000 in the last 2 weeks. They put it, was up to around 500, 515, I believe, with tariffs and steel availability, but like you said, the tariffs have dropped off some. It's $30,000 less than what he originally thought it was going to be.
this is the light project on the correct?
Correct.
Does that include the wall?
That was my, this is not
Just
including
lighting.
the wall.
This
This
is
is lighting.
This is for APCO to provide and install 2-meter baseless breakers, 240 underground circuit, 21 poles, 21 fixtures.
Do you know the second phase of the lighting project we did? Do you remember how many poles that was?
Remember how many banners we had to order? About 30? 32? I think it was 32 banners of extra flags and banners.
I'm thinking that was around,
About 500.
right at 5.
250 per.
So it's already increased 30% over top of reason. 9 to 10 less poles at the same price.
I think I've already made a motion, I don't know. I don't know.
We did. Thank you.
That is all I have unless anybody's got questions.
Questions for Drew?
Theater parking lot,
Hopefully either tomorrow or Wednesday. He had, his paper went down, he's gonna do it Thursday in the rain. But honestly, the longer that stuff settles, the better off we are.
Keith said he's finished the railing about 80%.
Yeah, he's
Looks like
on there,
it's
he's
about
out there
there.
today when I rode by.
Billy, they got the paint in for the park, and
Probably throwing it tomorrow too, weather's good. Dry stain, looks good. Next thing is we'll get the, before Keith gets on that fence, we're gonna make sure we get those parking, curbs in, so nobody can back in.
Okay.
back in
You
the fence.
know, the crosswalk and the asphalt work in town, they did a really nice job on all that. It's smooth, it's not, you're not hitting manhole covers, crosswalks are smooth, no dips, so. Just let those guys know, those contractors know.
Good job.
Will do.
Especially them being a new paving contractor.
Yeah, I think they're not gonna come back again.
What's that?
I don't think they're gonna come back again.
Drew, we had included in the budget, I think, money for the water treatment plant was the last sign that hasn't been updated.
Yep.
Are we just gonna do it at the same time that we,
Yeah,
Do the
I think
banner
so.
sign?
But it's one-sided.
we don't have to buy the new sign or anything?
No.
Just the poles and the,
Yep, so it should be well under limit for that.
I was amazed today at the cross-country student athletes on Pioneer Drive. And we kind of gave up on that sidewalk project, but I think we need to revisit it. I think we need to try, we need a planning grant or something, just to
We
see
do,
what,
that's dangerous.
what,
It's been good.
I mean,
The best, probably the best one, we'll try, I think the best chance you have on a grant is gonna be Safeways to Schools. VDOT has the Safeways to Schools project, sidewalks to
Well,
schools.
I think we need to call a meeting with them specifically for this concern, and see what options that we might have. Maybe put Shane on it too, to see if there's any alternate, alternate transportation, grants available. Even if we get a planning grant, just to start with, Mayor, just to see what we're looking at in cost, maybe to help plan for it. Maybe, I know that we, secured the grant for Technology Park, and we may not be eligible for that grant, but maybe we will be in the future. I just don't want to give up on it. After seeing all those kids jogging, basically on the yellow line, I was just concerned about it.
Well, if cars have torn their signs up and gone off the road for that, what would they do to Uncle John? That's been my concern a long time. We need to do something. That should be a priority.
Well, and Drew, you know this, I think we've all been here enough to know, VDOT is a good approach to this, but it'll be forever getting the money. I mean,
Yeah,
well, I'm with you. I think if we call Cumberland Plateau and this planning grant,
Wellspring.
Let's go into, my only concern is you've got you've got some creeks and coverage areas that unfortunately is gonna require some engineering that we're not capable of doing. And, you know, maybe even, I mean, see if Lane Group has any sources of funding. And, you know, I think we kind of shot for funding to get it done before, but, I mean, even if we can get a planning grant, Mayor, to look into it, start looking, you know, start helping making our case for getting funding for that project. If I remember how much the technology park sidewalk project is, I'm thinking this could be double that possibly.
Yeah.
Can you call Mr. Walker or Scotty about the planning grant, see if we're eligible for that? And that might help us lead down to the, let somebody come in here, the engineering group, and do a cost estimate on the project. Is that what you think they can do?
Yeah, that's what we used it for
Okay.
hillsides.
And it's not, I mean, Scott makes a good point about cross-country athletes running, but it's not just cross-country. You've got tons of foot traffic. You live out that way, I live out that way. We see it on a regular basis. We also see, you know, the sun sets pretty well right on the road. And it's really easy to not see pedestrians walking with or against traffic, especially when they have, like right now with the Pee Wee football, everybody out there practicing, those moms and sisters and sometimes dads, or I mean, they just walk that neighborhood and they walk, you know, Pioneer Drive. It's just, there's a lot of foot traffic comes from the hotel there on Pioneer Drive also. So it's constant foot traffic on Pioneer Drive and Donald Seymour. And I agree, I always thought that was a good project. It's on my end of town, but I see the need for it probably, and you do too, as much as anybody, so I think it's really worth looking into.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you all.
Chief Deskins.
If we could have a no cell phone policy while driving in town,
Well, I think Code of Virginia kind of says we have no cell phone. Okay, just to give you guys some numbers for August. We had a total of 147 summonses and warnings and cases come in. 23 total arrests. We responded to 11 total motor vehicle accidents, 2 DUI arrests, 15 total assist motorist calls, and our calls for service went up to 926 for the month of August. Total 14,252 miles patrolled. Would like to say that we participated in the National Night Out this year, which was something we did for back to school with the county right before school started back, and it was a big success. So I think that's something we'll start doing each year. We just had a bunch of kids come out and grill hot dogs and stuff for them. It was a pretty neat event, so I think that's something we'll keep doing. It turned out pretty good. But the Big Rig Showdown in August went well. Everything went well. So let you know that on our DTF report, we had 5 successful purchases. And in your packet, I believe, in your packet, you'll see the DTF report. On the bottom here, I wrote some actual purchases that were made in town for you to see. You can see that that includes, I don't want to give the specifics here, but you can see that on there. Just so you get a little bit of an idea of what was actually taken from the town, all the streets in town.
Like these, on this report, the activity report, when it is 0, does that mean they've gone to court? Or
I'm sorry?
does that mean they've gone to court when they're cleared, or just cleared?
No, that just means, that's just simply, we didn't have any of those come in, so that's a chart, like a generic chart with every type of case we could get.
Okay.
So if it says like breaking and entering 0, it means we didn't have any breaking and enterings that particular month, yeah.
They don't charge. They
Right.
don't charge.
Yeah.
Patrolman 71 is really working.
Okay.
Slow them down, keep it up.
Thank you, sir. That was my next thing in response to, per the conversations we had had and requests I appreciate you saying that. So, and of course, I've said we'll stay on it because, I mean, it is a dangerous road, so.
Yeah, it is that, that's for sure.
What I did again was the reports that you asked for here, for everyone, so what I have here is the reports of patrol and radar activity on King Council Road and on Cleveland Road.
Thanks, sir.
And you
And
can see-
they say it's really helped up Cleveland Road too.
I hope so, like I said, I hope we'll definitely keep on it. But
Thank you.
this is the amount of times that,
Have you noticed them slowing down, over now?
It's very erratic. Some days it's.
Some days it ain't, most of the time it is from what it has been.
Just got their tag number and what their speed was.
this right here is just the times we were there. Is that King Council?
King Council. Thank you, Chief.
And so you can see what that is, that's the times of radar and patrol at those particular spots. Now, I do have a list of the citations, the total 127 citations that was issued.
These patrols,
Well, from those and other in town.
Right.
But, you know, I have those if you'd like to see those and everything. So, like I say, it's definitely, I hope it's helping and we're going to keep it up. And I appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
Thank you.
Other than that, everything is pretty well, everything's going pretty smooth. Officer Lane he's set on visiting Texas right now, getting ready to depart for Africa. So he's already left us there. We'll see him in about 400 days, hopefully. He wanted
my
to-
thoughts, yes.
Before he left, he called me again and he wanted me to make sure that I expressed his gratitude and his thanks for what you guys do to take care of him and his family before he left. So he's definitely very appreciative of that. So he wanted me to relay that to you.
Thank you.
Everything else is business as normal. Going pretty good.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, Chief. Mr. Tiller?
I don't have anything this time, Mr. Mayor.
Any committee reports, anything at this time?
I just had this.
We'll need to go into executive session for personnel and legal. I need a motion to that effect, please.
Make that motion that we go into executive session for number 1 personnel, number 7 legal. Section 2.2-3711A.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign.